Hey, I'm Matt Sage with Öhlins USA out here in Americade 2014. I'm here with Chris Fidel from Cycle Solutions. We're just chatting a little bit about one of the best V-twin tuners out there in the industry that travels around the country to 25 events. Also started carrying Öhlins rear suspension, the way to put the power to the ground and make everybody happy on those long rides. So, Chris, you want to talk a little bit about your experience with Öhlins?
Well, this particular year we built a 2014 Street Glide, which we're going to have another video on, focusing on the performance end of it. But suffice it to say, this particular engine's a 124-inch stroker. It makes 135 horsepower on a bad day. And to make the thing go straight and stick to the ground, put the power to the ground, we use Öhlins suspension. I've been an Öhlins junkie for years. Every single sport bike, every bike I own has Öhlins on it. So the day that I saw a couple years ago that Öhlins was out with a suspension package for Harley, I jumped on board. I'm a fan. This stuff works. It's incredible. There is no other suspension that works like it. Matt and I, we came up at shows, do installations whether he's on board or not. But in this case, we're going to do a little talk about the product itself. This is a set of 159s that are on this bike. Matt?
So with Öhlins, you're stepping into a much higher level of machining, build quality, tolerance, and spec. We start off by choosing a spring that's more suited towards the rider's size, the condition they ride in, whether they ride 2 up all the time, 1 up all the time. Have no fear, it doesn't have to be yellow. Chris is just a big fan and it helps kind of pop with the bike.
I like the yellow.
They're typically in black springs, and we offer many different rates to fine tune for the rider's needs to start off. Once we've got the spring rate selected out here in the field, the guys here at Cycle Solutions install them on the bike while you wait. You come off the bike and lift. We take a few measurements. It's very, very important to get the bike dialed in and sitting exactly where we want to maximize bump compliance, ride quality, and stability. So, bike comes off the lift, we take a couple measurements, make what we call a simple preload adjustment. Very simple tool. Make the change, get the bike sitting where you want it, everything's good to go.
Point right here at this point, I have a couple marks, and I make this for myself because when I ride this bike by myself without the tour pack and without my wife and all of her stuff, this is where I run it.
Yep.
Now, as Matt was showing you, if I put her goodies and the tour pack on, I'll put at least 2 complete revolutions of preload. Crush the spring, makes a huge difference in holding the bike up. It doesn't allow it to sag. And that's all with the use of the lightest weight spring, which is a 25 weight spring, which is what's on this bike. There's 25 weight, 27, 29 for the heavier rider. We can pre-package them if we send them to you online based upon your weight.
Absolutely. This particular model also offers external adjustment to what we call the Rebound. It's actually a hydraulic control, so you as the rider can actually fine-tune the ride to your liking. You can actually speed up or slow down the shaft speed of the shock. So we've got some riders that are pretty aggressive, Chris, really like to get on the throttle with big motors. They need more chassis control. They need that thing to stick and grip. I got some folks out there that just want to tour along and aren't so aggressive. So we can actually fine-tune that ride quality tool-free, little knob at the bottom. Incredible ability to change out. This is the bulk of our product line for Harley-Davidson. But for those people, we have other options. We also make a little bit more entry-level product, same quality of machining material, same serviceability, rebuildability, but no hydraulic adjustment to the bottom. We still choose the spring rate for the rider. We still fine-tune that preload based on load, and then you're good to go. So a couple different options for everybody's price point.
So you know, this is a model 159.
Yep.
This model was a, I think,
we got 039, 022, 12 or 13 inch.
That's correct. So people would want to, say, take, in this particular case, this bike is a Street Glide, but I don't like it to be slammed and squatted like the Street Glide suspension from the factory. So I actually was a 13-inch shock on this one. So I actually raised my bike. I have a whole lot better cornering clearance, but once I sit on the bike, you would never know it's raised. But for someone who's more vertically challenged, we can drop the shorter shock on there. As you can see, it takes a bit out.
Keeps that height down. So
one more small note I'd say we should mention is the minute adjustment to ride height back to back.
Absolutely. A lot of people overlook this feature, but the 159 shock has physical ride height adjustability. You don't have to change the spring. Your daily ride, and you just want it nice and low and relaxed, we can shorten it up. You're going to go for a nice hustling ride with the boys, ripping around the mountains, tail of the dragon. You can actually just lengthen the shock, changes the geometry of the bike, gives you better ground clearance, more effortless steering, tighter control mid-corner. Incredible night and day difference, and you don't have to buy 2 different shocks. You can physically alter the geometry. Incredible features. So,
Folks, thanks for tuning in. All this is available on cyclesolutions.com.